Hi, my name is Dale. I'm a service technician at Metro Compactor Service. Today, I'm going to show you the safety and operations of your Harmony M30 HD baler. First, make sure that your area is safe from any debris or hazards. After that, check your baler to make sure if there's any cardboard in there or not. If there is no cardboard in there, then you're going to be responsible for starting the bale. To get to the bottom, we have to open up the turnbuckle so we can swing open the bottom door and get access. After the turnbuckle's moved enough, you can swing open the bottom door, which gives you access to the bottom of the baler. Then you would take thick pieces of cardboard and space them out evenly so you have your strong base. When making a strong bale, imagine you're making a sandwich. The first thing you need is a strong bottom. After you've made sure that your baler has a strong base or there's already existing cardboard in, you can move on to loading your baler with cardboard and cycling it. Make sure the top gate is open. Get some cardboard. Flatten the cardboard. Load it into your baler, and keep in mind that you don't overload your baler, because if you do, you can end up getting cardboard wedged in the sides. After you loaded your baler with cardboard and closed the top gate, make sure the emergency stop button is pulled out. Your key switch is in the auto position. From here on out, you're going to push your auxiliary and your reset, and then you're going to go auxiliary and down, and then one more time. As the day progresses and you keep loading in more cardboard, eventually you're going to need to make a bale. The question is, how do I know when I need to make a bale? The best way to know is during your cycles, if you notice that the ram does not reach past this point through the circles and then continuously goes up, you know that there's too much cardboard in there and a bale needs to be made. So at this stage, when it's done its cycle, you will open its door, and just like you did at the start, you would take a thick piece of cardboard and put it at the top to complete your sandwich. Then what you would do is close the door, and what you're going to do is start your cycle like you did before, but what you have to do is when you notice it reaches a certain point right here, you would hit the emergency stop to stop the cycle. So and now we have our ram in position to make a bale. Your next step is you grab this handle here, pull up, then what happens is you push in till this piece goes inside that hole. The next step is opening the lower door. But before you open the lower door, you need to make sure that no one is standing in front of the baler and there's nothing blocking the lower door from opening. What you're going to do is turn this turnbuckle till this lock opens up all the way, and then you're going to swing this door as far out as possible till that bottom red switch activates on the other side. The next step in injecting your bale is tying it off. I've already tied off 3 of the lines, and I'm going to show you how to tie off the 4th one. What you're going to need is a poker bar and some baling twine wire. The next step is taking the small end of your poker bar, some baling twine wire, and running it through to approximately that much. The next step is lining it up with the guide and pushing it through all the way through the back. Then when you come to the front of the baler, you're going to hold the twine with one hand and pull the rod out so it doesn't jam. And then take the rod without any twine and run it through the last guide. Similar to what you did in the beginning, take your twine, feed it through the loop, but this time make sure you have a generous amount of twine going through it. Grab hold of the poker bar and pull it so it pulls the twine through the bottom of the bale. You no longer need the poker bar. what you're going to do is, even if you have a little excess wire, that's fine. You can cut it off at the end. You just want to make sure you have enough so you can actually tie off the bale. After you run your twine through your bale, the next step is making 2 knots. So grab your top bale wire, and I'm going to show you how to make the knot. For this next part, what you're going to do is take your loop, take your other end of your wire, run it through, and then this allows you to have some leverage to make sure that wire is nice and tight. And you can bring it up here so it's easier to work with. After that, you can tie it off. When ejecting the bale, make sure the key switch is set to manual. You're going to be pushing your aux button and your manual up at the same time and holding it down until the ram reaches the top and the bale is ejected. After you eject the bale, make sure that all the channels and the bottom of the baler are clear of cardboard. Use a broom to clean it out safely. So now that you know how to load your baler safely and how to eject the bale safely, let's go over a couple other safety features. You already know your emergency stop to stop your baler, but you may have noticed these 2 little red proximity sensor switches on the side of the gate. The way these switches work is when they're close to each other, they are active. This stops the baler from running when both gates are open. In addition, you have a disconnect also located on your panel here. So what happens is, if you ever need to kill the power to the machine, simply switch it into the off position and this shuts off all incoming power to the panel. Thank you for watching our video on safe operations of your baler. If you have any questions or concerns, please contact Metro Compactor Service at 416-743-8484 extension 1.